Good evening, everyone. I'm Anna Laurel.
I'm Logan Burns. Thanks for joining us.
A federal judge says no to dismissing the case of indicted Congressman Duncan D. Hunter. The hearing between Duncan's defense team and the judge happened at the federal courthouse in downtown. That's where we find KUSI's Ashley Rodriguez with all the details. Ashley?
Well, Hunter and his team walked into court expecting to have their entire case dismissed, but instead they left court forced to prepare for a trial that begins in just about 2 months. Indicted Congressman Duncan D. Hunter arrives at the federal courthouse Monday, swarmed by cameras and angry constituents who chanted shame, cheater, and liar. The reason behind the hearing, Hunter's defense team was going to ask the judge to dismiss this case. But Hunter did not look hopeful.
Still confident you can beat these charges? Today was not a good day for the Hunter defense in any way, shape, or form.
Hunter's attorneys made 2 requests. The first, dismiss his case because the prosecuting attorneys are politically biased against him. They had discovered 2 assistant U.S. attorneys prosecuting Hunter's case attended a fundraiser for Hillary Clinton and therefore could be motivated to prosecute purely because Hunter is a Republican. But the judge denied it.
And the judge today, I think, correctly found that there was an inadequate nexus, that in essence it was a good argument and an argument that should have been made. But again, it didn't seem to be backed up with hard facts or hard data that the federal court could then rely upon.
Their second request, moved the September trial out of San Diego because the jury pool is tainted by media reports. Judge Whelan denied that too.
But Judge Whelan looked at it and said, well, it didn't hurt your election campaign. You still won despite the indictment. I don't see any data, any hard facts, such as a polling result, a telephone polling exercise and result, which would then lead me, the fact finder, to believe that the jury could in fact be prejudiced.
Potentially hurting Hunter's case the most is the prosecution's evidence, they say, of Hunter using $250,000 in campaign finances to carry out 5 extramarital affairs with lobbyists and aides, which is why attorney Vikas Bajaj says his defense team tried to block that evidence from being allowed in the trial.
It's not only embarrassing for the Hunter family, but it's almost a death knell for their defense. Now, we don't know all the evidence that the prosecution will present, and we surely don't know what the defense will present and if Congressman Hunter plans to move forward and testify if he goes forward to the trial. We don't know what's there. But that fact really strikes at the heart of credibility. And I believe that is what jurors will be instructed to look for. Are these witnesses credible? If he testifies, that is something, a lack of loyalty or trustworthiness or credibility, that a jury is entitled to consider when they judge the rest of his testimony.
The Hunter family is now facing a crisis in credibility.
Hillary Clinton. That's a violation of the Hatch.
And now renewed calls for Hunter's resignation as the congressman must make a choice, plead guilty and take a deal like his wife has, or go to trial fighting for his innocence, but leaving his fate up to his peers.
We've had for 40 years one family that is represented, and I use that term very loosely, represented this district, and has only cared for the very select few. Defense contractors, the very top wealthy, the ones that they gave corporate tax cut to a couple years ago. That's all they care about. We need a congressman who will bring national pride, not national shame, to this district. It's becoming a joke. And it would be funny if it wasn't so sad that we have a congressman who sits on no committee assignments, who literally we get 50 cents on the dollar for, and is doing nothing for us in Congress except for bringing shame to us. We deserve better than that. We deserve a full-time congressman.
It's not clear what Hunter's next move is, but if he does choose to go to trial, pleading not guilty, he will be back in court September 10th. In downtown, Ashley Rodriguez will send it back to you.
Ashley, thank you.